Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your mid-March check-in. This is a general reading, so as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, right? And if you'd like to know the decks that I'm using for this reading, check the description box below, as well as there's information there if you'd like to book a one-on-one private reading. Aside from that, aspiring readers, if you would like to join my new course, my tarot course, Total Tarot, the link is down below so you can get more information on that. So let us hop into it, Cancer. All right, we're going to start off by pulling a few oracle cards, and we'll get going. So first off, we have plenty, we have sunshine, and we have purity. Fantastic. So if you are living in a place where spring has sprung, make sure you get plenty of sunshine. But aside from that, it's really allowing you to release some of those kind of like loose or heavy ends that really you carried through a lot of the winter months here. I feel like there was a hardening of self almost that occurred, kind of like when we put on a face mask, right? And we allow it to dry and it kind of hardens and tenses and it pinches our face. And then finally we rinse it off. And it's like part of that is, it's a purification process. When we perhaps are in a state of isolation or covering up, not really allowing ourselves to shine through, it's usually because we're trying to work through something, release something, reinvent something, right? And with this plenty card, I almost feel like it's like something that you're preparing, right? But there's a lot of emotion going into it. And it could go either way, but with this sunshine card, I feel like it's something good. And it could be maybe you moving, maybe to a sunnier climate, someplace nice, someplace where you feel like there's a lot of hope. Because there's some need to like, also it could be someplace, rain or shine. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that too. But it could be someplace, whether you're not moving physically, you're making a move that ultimately allows you ease. It allows you to simplify your life, your things, your relationships. It definitely brings about some sense of joy and peace from within you. I also feel for some of you, you want to live closer to the water or by some type of body of water, whether it's a river or something like that. That could be coming up as well, because I'm really seeing these kind of as river rocks, someplace that's very nourishing to you. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, we have the Hermit card. So we kind of talked a little bit about that. Really wanting to protect your energy. Maybe you're seeing some of those places that are, maybe the place where you live is very depleting, whether it's environmental or some of the relationships there, what have you. It's just kind of wearing you out. You're ready for something different, and I can't blame you. And maybe you took a vacation, took a break or something, and went to someplace nice in order to recharge your batteries. The Hermit, with this Four of Wands, it can also signify maybe you miss your family, or maybe getting back with your family in some form or fashion. A place of like sanctuary. So if you're not making a permanent move, maybe you're going to some place that you see kind of as a sanctuary, some place where it feels very cleansing, some place of like renewal where maybe you don't have to, you can be yourself, right? You can be authentic, you can relax, let your hair down a little bit. Let's see what else we've got going on here. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, because whatever you do or kind of like your day-to-day life, it's either like you're on call or you're having to like hold things down. And sometimes it can be a lot, a lot. And what I'm feeling here is maybe that there's a lot of people always trying to contact you, a lot of things to keep up with, and you're really having to move a lot. And sometimes you're just like, I'm so over having to do all of these things and show up all the time. I know that I'm capable of it, but I just need some space to recharge, right? Just need some space to recharge. Also, I'm feeling maybe there's some competition or something for some of you out there, and you don't feel like you're really getting the support or that you've really found your tribe. Maybe you feel like you're kind of all alone, and I feel like that is changing too for some of you. Here we have this Eight of Cups, sorry. So like moving away, going off and setting out toward a new adventure, perhaps solo. It's like, you know, you're challenging yourself to do things differently and to be like, you know what, I'm okay where I am. I'm okay by myself. I don't need that support. But at the same time, that this Magician card coming up, there's a feeling of not having enough resources in order to make certain things happen. Maybe you feel like the universe doesn't have your back at times, or that you're not getting the things that you need even though you ask for them, right? And so you're like, all right, well, how can I do this by myself if I don't have these things? Or maybe you set out to acquire these things on your own. Let's see what else comes up here. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so it could be that maybe people don't trust you due to a certain level of education or training that you have or don't have. In terms of those who are where I'm talking about the competition here, as well as with the Three of Pentacles, maybe you don't have enough time to really cultivate the things that you want to focus on. Like perhaps the resources have to do with time or money. Maybe there's wanting to go back to school and learn something, or perhaps there's a certain plan and plans that you have, but because you have to put so much effort into one thing in particular, it's difficult to allow yourself that investment in order to allow those things to grow and expand. So maybe fear over committing to something, or not feeling like you're able to commit enough to it. It's almost just like holding on to what you've got for fear that what if that thing doesn't work out, even if I put all this time, attention, these hours into it, this money into it, right? And so let's see what else we have. Yeah, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is exactly what I was thinking about when I was talking about that Three of Pentacles. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, and then this Ace of Swords on the bottom is just suggesting that you just don't feel ready yet to accept a way forward. You don't know what that way forward looks like. You're feeling a little like, ugh. So like maybe getting away and just taking some time is good. But maybe coming back, you're like, oh, all this stuff is still going to be there, right? All right, so Eight of Wands is kind of where you're at right now. Things are going slow. You know, desires have yet to be desired. That's one thing that I kind of feel. Maybe you're also taking a break from social media. Here we have this Page of Swords. You just like... There's really nothing, it's like there's nothing to see here, folks. I feel like that's part of it. So either you're moving in ways that are more secretive and silent, or it's just like, you know what, I'm just taking a break. I'm moving away from this for right now. Like nothing to see here. Yep, underneath we have the Magician reversed again. So feeling like you don't have enough, like there's no magic left in the tank. Maybe just feeling like you don't have anything you want to do. And so you feel a little bit like, meh. It's like maybe you want to do something different, but you're just not yet motivated. Don't know what that is yet, but it's like, you know, it's there. You know, there's something out there for you, and you just want to try it. But the problem is, like, what do I do? There are times where I get kind of like down and out and feel upset, and I'm like, what else can I do? I don't know what else I can do. And it also could be you just having a career crisis because you don't like the space that you're at. And so we have this World card here. It's like, it's not the end yet. Don't turn your back on this just because you feel a little exasperated. Here we have the Seven of Swords reversed, and it's like, maybe you're just not doing the right things to really guard against maybe you're not doing certain things to ward off levels of exhaustion or depletion here. It's like you're doing everything right, but it's like it's to what effect almost. And then with this Nine of Cups, it could just be like, yeah, you're starting to give yourself the very thing that you desire, the very thing that you offer others, the space that you hold for others, you're holding for yourself. And that is so important. It's so important here. And here we have you again as this King of Wands. So you're ready to move. You're ready to take action. You want to do something. But again, maybe you just don't know what that is yet. And the world around you is this Knight of Swords. It's like this drive, this attention, this ambition. Spring is sprung. Things are moving. And you don't want to get left behind in some way. But then we have this Ace of Swords here. And I think we were talking about this before. There's a lack of clarity in your vision of what you actually want to do. Perhaps you're so exhausted, or you've been turning your gears, you know, within for so long. It's just like, I have no idea. And so then we have this Hanged Man energy, which is like, I just feel stuck. I'm just going to do my best to stabilize here. And I love how this world and this Hangman are kind of upside down, and they're both just nude. And it could have to do about learning how to work in different ways, learning perhaps to be more open with yourself in order to be more open with others and whatever it is and however you choose to offer what it is that you do. I feel like you're not turning away from this. I just feel like maybe there's time, maybe there's a chance here to find a new way to move through it. A new way to get clear about what you're doing. Perhaps things are just getting old, and maybe it's not time for you to completely reinvent the wheel, but it's time for you to start tweaking things. It's time for you to start taking better care of yourself. Because when we're in a good place, we can start again. We can begin anew. We can attach a beginner's mindset to whatever it is that's going on and not just limit ourselves to how things have been done. So maybe going off, taking a vacation for a bit would be really helpful, as well as just like getting out of your own head. Stop worrying about the competition. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. And start paying more attention to what you need on the day-to-day. And if you're not receiving it from the outside, then figuring out a way to get it for yourself. I feel like there's something here, and you could end up creating a personal practice that could eventually become something much bigger. But all that Spirit is asking of you is to just invest in yourself for a little bit. You know, all of the things that you encounter with that Nine of Wands we were talking about earlier will be taken care of. You know, maybe it's like taking a step back and delegating a little bit more if you can, in order to free yourself up to figure out what is the thing you want to do. Perhaps you're doing so much that it's causing you to want to step away from the thing that you once loved. And so what Spirit is saying here is don't do that. Maybe create more space for you to enjoy those aspects that you love. And so that's what I have for you. I hope that that was helpful. If you'd like to go deeper with me on a one-on-one, just check the link below in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.